Hey y'all, so I have to be honest and say something. I do not want to be just a tarot reader. The main reason why I still do tarot is because I like doing it and it's fun. But tarot is just one of the many things that I like doing and that I have a passion for. And I won't lie that I am becoming a little bit resentful, not of anyone in particular, but just of pigeonholing myself into one role. Funny how my throat keeps acting up when I'm trying to talk about this. Like, whew, it's a lot. It's a lot. I was going to lead this video by saying this is for anyone who keeps talking themselves out of doing something that's uncomfortable, but I feel like the whole point is to not make it about what you can do for other people. Because sometimes someone needs to hear something and that someone is you, okay? And if you believe your only utility and purpose is to serve other people, where does that leave you at the end of the day? The problem is, like, I don't really know what I'm doing, so it's hard to like rebrand or whatever. And it's funny because as I'm saying this, I'm like, oh, I've been down this road before. Quite literally with my last channel of the same name. Well, we went through multiple stages, but whatever. Where, yeah, I went through really similar stuff, and sometimes it can be triggering as fuck when like it seems like the past is repeating itself, but this time you have the opportunity to do differently. This is the real reason why I keep like touching my mouth all the time. There's cat hair everywhere. But you know what? Not only is it okay to not know what you're doing, because like so many people don't, so few people know what they're actually doing, even if it seems like they do, even if they seem like they're well established, etc. Like very few people are actually like grounded in their true desires and are acting them out in real time. Like so many people are doing something else because they feel they need it to get from point A to point B. So I don't want tarot to become that for me. I don't want to build this community, this channel under the guise of this is just a stepping stool to get where I want to go. And like there's nothing inherently wrong about doing that, like if it happens organically, but I don't want to keep pursuing something that like logically I know in my head like I don't feel fulfilled, or like, you know what, I like this but it's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. It's like, why should I, or anyone for that matter, bother settling for what's good right now? There can be a lot of obstacles in your way. There can be reasons why you can't just drop everything and live out your dream life right now, obviously. But what are the steps to take towards that? Like, how can you modify your current vision, like your current step, to fit more of what aligns with your future? Because for me, I realized that reading people's futures or like giving spiritual guidance, like I know I'm good at it and it served a purpose for me, but to be honest, that purpose was very karmic. It's very twofold for me, because I feel like there's my love for the occult, and then there's what that love became associated with and the sort of process that entailed. I don't know how else to explain it. So like it's basically something I thought like this whole time, like not why I started getting into it, that was like pure genuine curiosity, wanting to learn, and it was just a natural draw to it. Other than that, like when I started to do tarot and feel like it was part of my purpose or whatever, I started to feel like it was something I had to do, that it was something I had to do as part, like I said, of how to get from point A to point B. And you know what? To a certain degree, that was true, because I wouldn't be at the place I am right now if I hadn't have done that. The beautiful thing about it actually is that at some point, and by at some point I mean very fucking recently, I realized that I actually don't need to keep doing this to live my dream. Like I'm already I'm already worthy of that, and I don't need to submit myself to helping other people if that's not really the life I want to live. Like, okay, like don't get me wrong, like I love helping people, but I don't want it to be my bread and butter. Like, I don't want it to be my main career. Like, it just, not, I was gonna say, it just feels like a lot of responsibility. And like, it's not the responsibility I'm afraid of. It's not that I'm even afraid. It's just like, it's draining. Like, I won't lie. And it's not how I want to hustle to make my living. Even though I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet, I feel like, what's wrong with documenting the process of trying, documenting the process of figuring that out and doing the things, you know? When I first rebranded into Nicole the Good Witch, I intentionally chose the name because it connected with, basically with Wicked, TLDR. That is something that means a lot to me, like, on my journey. Also, on top of that, I wanted my channel and my brand to be all about spirituality and lifestyle and like how to balance that. And it's funny because everything keeps kind of coming back to that 222. Every time I try to go further one way or the other, it like, to find like my equilibrium, it's like I'm somewhere in the middle. This is what I keep coming to terms with, like, and this is why I didn't want to say again, like, I don't want to be a tarot reader, because it's so ironic. With my last rebrand, I made a video saying why I stepped away from tarot. This isn't exactly that, because I know that if I want to do a tarot reading, I'm going to do a tarot reading. It's something I'm always going to love. But like I said, I just don't want it to be the be all and end all, and I can just feel myself not wanting these chains anymore, you know? Like, I can't help but feel like it has to do with my second house Virgo North Node and my South Node in the 8th house in Pisces. Like, I know I'm naturally gifted in spirituality and blah blah blah, but like, damn, like, there's more to me than that. And it's okay to say that. It's okay for it to be about you if that's what you feel called to do, and you don't necessarily even need to give people a reason to care about you, which is ironic, because I remember when I first wanted to start my YouTube journey, I remember watching the videos, like the how-tos, and people said don't do intro videos because nobody cares, like you have to give somebody a reason to care about you. And I really internalized that, because funnily enough, when I did a video that was kind of like an intro video, I was just being myself, and it was really well received within my community at the time, my online community. It's just funny how when we don't listen to ourselves and our internal compass, we can get led astray because we let other people tell us our truth. And what's funny is that at the time, I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want because people should care about me because I'm funny, and like, why wouldn't they? Or whatever. Like, I had that mentality, but I did listen to a certain degree. Like I said, I internalized that belief. So here we are, like, how many fucking years later? Not to say that I'm back at square one. Oops. Thank you, Milo. Because I've learned way too fucking much to say that I'm at square one or I'm at the beginning. Like, no. And even if you were, that would be okay too. That would be okay. See, Milo isn't afraid to make it all about himself. He's a Leo. Right? Hello. Yes. There was the lifestyle and spirituality thing. So it wasn't just that, but it was the fact that when I rebranded to Nicole the Good Witch, my whole goal was to honor every part of myself and to not, again, pigeonhole myself into one thing. I wanted it to be like my brand, to showcase all parts of myself and all sides of myself. And I didn't honor that, and not because I didn't want to, but because I really struggled with that notion, and I was like, it's just like not possible. Like, all these ideas I had like in my head, like I was coming up with all these excuses as to why, you know, I couldn't just do the thing that I wanted. It's funny because I think I have a reading about this. What you want will continue to call you. Yeah, it's like, when you are meant to do something, the universe is going to keep redirecting you to refine yourself to fit that vision. Like, you know, oh, 222 again. Confirmation. It's like, you know how people say that vision was placed in your heart for a reason, or like that goal, that dream, whatever it was. And I stand by that. And you know what? It's funny because my wildest dreams are pretty wild, but they're not impossible. It could happen. Maybe it's unlikely, sure, or whatever. But the reason I discredited myself was because I was like, well, I only want that because of my trauma or whatever. But long story short, what I came to realize is that just because I have trauma, I realize that like not every person, in fact, I feel like most people, regardless of having trauma or not, do not want specifically what I want in life. And therefore, and therefore, my goal, my dream isn't that crazy because it's so unique that it's like, why shouldn't I have it? Like, it was clearly made for me. So, oh, I just saw numbers confirmation. Anyway, the point of this video is really just for me to ramble and let you all know that I am pivoting on this journey. I am refining and, okay, don't worry, it's okay. And I don't know what's gonna happen, but I just know it will be different, ? Like, I don't know, to be honest. I think what I would like to start with is sharing bits of my healing journey in a way that I'm not exposing my entire life, because I'm just not comfortable with doing that anymore. But I would like to still share with you guys like the guidance that I am receiving on my journey, because to be honest, like to be completely honest with you, when I do readings, a lot of the time it's for me just as much as it is for anyone else. And the reason I put them out there was because I was like, I know that whoever I connect with, like on a soul frequency, or like who's gonna relate to this in some way, is going to want to hear, like they'll be able to take something from this message. But by no means do I want to be like a dictator of anyone's life. By no means do I necessarily want to be like a spiritual healer or savior or coach anymore, because it's just a lot. I've just realized that like I don't have the capacity for it, at least right now, and that's okay. I know that I still want to do this in some capacity, but it's gonna be something that fits me more. I wanted to share that as a starting point because and the other reason was that I don't want to keep putting things off. It's like I want to just start. My point was that because I was doing readings because I needed guidance, it's not too much different when I put out these videos in the absence of tarot cards, because I am still sharing the same guidance I'm giving, just not with the cards themselves. The cards can provide context. They're kind of like they're kind of like training wheels, but yes, push it away, Milo. Push it away. You don't necessarily need them. They should just reflect to you what's already happening, you know? In slightly changing this format, I'm not really doing anything that differently. We're just basically doing it without cards. And it's just more personal for me because honestly, it's more cup filling for me, because I feel called in this lifetime to focus on myself. And, you know, obviously to build a community that I want, like to build the soul family that I want, or like attract it. I don't need to keep hanging myself out to dry. I don't need to continue explaining myself. I just wanted to let y'all know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Feel free to like, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and feel free to subscribe if you feel so called. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.